To begin the quest, The Hist, we return to Modron O'Rain in his shack to learn about our next move against the Blackwood Company, and he guides for a final time.
Well, it is time for decisive action. I have one more duty for you to perform.
Straight to the point. I like it. What's my duty?
It is clear to me what must be done. The Hist tree must be destroyed.
The Hist tree? Where am I going to find that filthy sap-spewing abomination?
This tree is the source of our problems. It is an abomination of nature, and it must be destroyed. As long as the Blackwood Company has access to the sap, we are all in danger. I fear they no longer know what they do. You must find a way to destroy the Hist, though I can imagine Reza Kar will have it well guarded. Expect an unfriendly welcome at their hall.
So it is in the hall. I didn't see a tree in there. What do you know about this crafty Reza Kar?
He's a warrior, a battle-hardened mercenary who's spent time all over Tamriel. He'll keep his prized tree locked away. You'll need to find his key. Finish it.
With our final mission laid bare, we note in our journal, Modron O'Rain has decided that the threat of the Blackwood Company must be ended. He wants me to travel to their headquarters and destroy the Hist tree. It will be behind a locked door, and it is likely that only Reza Kar himself has a key.
One last time.
One last time, O'Rain promises as we leave his domicile, knowing if we fail, it'll be the last time we see anyone. Making our way down south to Leyawen and cutting a path through the foggy air, we cautiously enter the Blackwood Company's headquarters and are immediately confronted by Jar Fazir, the Khajiit's second-in-command, who growls,
"You are no longer one of us, Fighters Guild spy. Traitor, your life is forfeit."
As then, all hell breaks loose.
Come here. Stay away. You'll never take me down. Where you fall down. Die and bleed to death. That's the best you can do. This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death. Do your worst. Am I supposed to be impressed? Am I supposed to be impressed? Don't hurt me. This ends here. That's it. You come here. Am I supposed to be impressed? Am I supposed to be impressed? Take that! Man down!
With all of the beast folk guards dead, we search their corpses and find, on the felled Jar Fazir, not the key we expected. Instead, Tajitum Z, the Argonian battle mage's room.
Doc, what's the matter? Getting tired?
With the Argonian recruiter slain, we find on his corpse the key to Reza Kar's room. Noticing the head of the guild, despite being called a mighty warrior, is notably absent. Outside of some clutter, booze and nerd roots, disappointingly, at level 1 at least, there's not much loot to even bother mentioning inside the hall. And thus we shall focus on our critical main objective, find and destroy the Hist. Stalking up the stairs to the 3rd floor, we're ambushed by the crafty cat.
Die, damn you! Do your worst. That's the best you can do.
With the Blackwood Company's members all felled, we note. I've killed Rizakar. I should get the basement key from his corpse, lifting the vile armor of his body. We find by the fallen Argonian guard Gil's corpse the large double door that no doubt guards the secrets of the Blackwood Company behind it, noting a terrible stench intermingled with burning as we step inside. Once inside the room, we can hardly believe our eyes, with the ceiling must be at least 50 foot high above, and the hissed tree a sickly centerpiece to this sordid scenario. We see a cacophony of cogs whirring tirelessly as the steam-powered pump strains to keep up with the unending demand of extracting the deleterious, oozing mucus-coloured sap, which is being extracted from its trunk, looking as if the tree is strung up in a mockery of its former glory, like a dark elf demigod betrayed by its own kind. As our journal updates, the tree has become a perversion of nature. It's surrounded by alien machinery. If I am to destroy this monstrosity, I will need to find a way to destroy the machinery that surrounds it. Amidst the whirring of the monstrosity, we spy 2 Argonian guards and focus first on the nearest to the right.
That's the... You'll never die.
With both guards dead, we look around at our options in destroying the tree, inspecting thoroughly how it works, seeing sap leached from its trunk and into pipes around the room. Lining the outskirts of the room, we see many vats full of the vile liquid, as well as hissed sap bottles that are empty where they collect said sap for distribution. And by the southern wall, we find pipes that are steam-powered. Following them, we see they lead to a boiler in the western side of the room that hungrily is fed copious amounts of wood to keep it burning. It's then we're given an idea. Turning just behind us, we find loose pipes are set on the ground on the table. Picking one up, we head to the nearby sap pump. Seeing its sizable cogs exposed, we shove the pipe in between them, and the cogs, with no way to spin, begin to fight against the motor, and the entire machine spews out smoke and is set alight. Not done with our sabotage, doing the same for the sap pump on the opposite side of the room. The tree becomes engulfed in the flames, and we find the sap popping and boiling is an excellent accelerant. We then hurriedly note in our journal, have destroyed the machinery surrounding the hissed tree, and the tree was destroyed in the process. I should return to O'Rain. Exiting the room, we catch a little bit of flame on our back. Realizing we need to expedite our exit, we fling open the doors and are confronted by the last person we expected to see.
You've ruined everything. Why? Why? I had a job. I had a home. You've taken it all. I'll kill you for this.
Now, Magli, don't get squirrely. Oh, you want to play it like that, huh?
Take that! You're pathetic. What's the... That's the best you can do? Die, Imperial, die! What's the matter? Getting tired?
Magli's corpse ragdolls off the 3rd floor's stone railing and falls limp onto Rana on the 1st floor. Checking on the corpse of the broken Bosma, we somehow still feel pity for him and his stupidity, removing the Blackwood armor off his corpse so that he's not buried in it at least. Hoping the gods that he worshipped Or at least allow him to enjoy tavern time and his place in the sky. And hopefully he did get paid for his family's sake. Departing the Blackwood Company's HQ before the whole place comes down around our ears. We find ourselves back in Modron O'Rain's shack in Coral, and he questions expectantly.
Have you done it? Have you destroyed that foul tree?
Let's just say, the Hist tree is history.
Well done. With that tree gone, the Blackwood Company is just another band of mercenaries. Cyrodiil is a safer place for what you've done. I want you to take this. May it serve you well. Now, you should tell Velena Daunton what has happened. Perhaps she will understand what it is we have done. I believe our work is now finished. You are a fine soldier, my friend. You've made me proud. Tell her right away.
With strange helm in hand we were gifted, we note. O'Rain believes our work is now finished. He's given me the helm of O'Rain Bearclaw as a symbol of our friendship. He suggests I speak with Velena Daunton and tell her all that has transpired. Taking a moment to look at the helmet, we see that it imparts Fortify Agility 10 points on self and Fortify Endurance 10 points on self. Plus, it is a unique helm, which seems to be one of the ugliest skulls we've ever laid eyes on. It looks like a goblin, but seeing as we've never been to Morrowind, we're guessing it's some small creature that they venerate or hate, or why you put your head inside its jaw is beyond us. However, we put on said helm in thanks of O'Rain's hospitality. Now, it should be noted for Morrowind fans, they will recognize this helm as an artifact that has to do with Daedric Prince Malakath in the events of Morrowind. I won't give away the plot, as I'm sure we'll cover said quest when we get to Morrowind, and O'Rain will actually open up about this, saying,
It belonged to an ancestor, O'Rain Bearclaw, but was lost for centuries. It was found only when Malakath wrongly believed my family line ended. It was returned to me by a stranger from my homeland, Morrowind. Wear it proudly. Perhaps you can help restore the glory of my family's name. Tell her right away.
Heading to Coral's Fighters Guild chapter to speak to Velena Daunton with the hideous helm on our head, we can overhear some of the locals discussing rumours of our run-in with the Blackwood Company and the desecration of their not-so-sacred Hist.
The Blackwood Company were taking bad Hist from a sick tree. No wonder they fought blood-mad and fearless. The Blackwood Company is gone. They were working high on Hist sap. That's why there were so many terrible accidents.
Inside Coral's Fighters Guild, Velena Daunton, not too happy to see us nor the helm,
What?
angrily demands.
What is it you want? You were told to stay out of my sight. I'll assume you're here to tender a resignation.
Resignation? How about yours? Well, you've been hiding up here in your office. All those rumours about the Blackwood Company feeding their members bad Hist, butchering people that were meant to help with their contracts, and the company plus the Hist tree being destroyed, is true, thanks to us, not you.
You've done what? I had no idea it had gotten so bad. How is it you accomplished all of this?
We then have two options which eventually lead to the same dialogue. However, for now, we can say, well, I don't want to brag, but I did it on my own.
You would violate a direct order? I should expel you now. But this does not all fall on your shoulders. Much of the fault is mine.
Otherwise, we can confirm the truth of, I worked with none other than Modron O'Rain. Couldn't have done it without him.
With Orion, he was dismissed. I should expel you now. But no, it isn't Orion who is to blame. I fear it is I. I love the Fighters Guild and all its members, perhaps to a fault. I fear my concern for them has made me blind to what's been happening around me. If it were not for you and Orion, I dare not think it. Now we must speak about what you've done and how it will affect any further advancement. Because of your actions, I am hereby stripping you of your rank of champion. You were reckless, foolhardy, and dangerous to yourself and the Guild. They were also brave and necessary. Because of this, I am hereby naming you Master of the Fighters Guild, effective immediately. The Guild has passed me by. You are its future. Take your responsibilities seriously. I wish you luck. You still have many duties to perform.
In utter disbelief, we question. I'm the leader. What do you expect me to do? All I do is ask, what are my duties? What are my duties?
Your first duty should be to name your second in command. I can think of no one better for this job than Modron Orion. Should he accept the position, you would be well served. Rely on his wisdom and experience more than I did, my friend. Good luck. Go hurt something.
With this new honor that we have to fully digest, we note quickly. Valena Danton suggests that one of my first actions should be to reinstate Modron Orain as my second in command if he will accept the post. Departing the Guildhall, admittedly a little salty that Danton never even bothered to learn how to pronounce Orain's name. We find the Dark Elf quietly meandering about his abode and see him stare off at something in the distance. Taking a look
what happened?
at his handiwork, we're more shocked at this revelation than being named guild leader. As we see, Orain has finally taken up painting, no doubt thanks to the paintbrushes we lifted off one Arjum Kharjum back in his lair, seeing the Argonian that we had previously tortured depicted in said picture, tied to a chair, looking pretty bleak about his situation. Though not on fire, Orain then proudly displays his hand in all of the sordid affair, as he's crudely depicted holding a sword in hand and stabbing Arjum Kharjum with his trademark mohawk smudged onto the painting and a smile plastered on his face that we shall never forget to the end of our days. Speaking to the proud painter,
So, what happened?
grin plastered on his face, he questions.
Did you speak with Valena? How did she react?
Well, she threatened to kick me out of the guild, and then when I told her what we achieved without her, well, she decided to give me an advancement. Somehow I'm guildmaster now.
Ha! Made you guildmaster? Amazing! You earned it, though you'll likely muck it all up. So, what are you going to do with your newfound rank?
Honestly, I couldn't have done any of this without you, Orain. Sure as hell can't run a guild by myself. I want to make you my second in command.
Me? Pah! I was just getting used to being retired. You can see how good my painting is getting. I'm an old man. I've done my time. Then again, someone has to keep you in line. Make sure you don't bring the guild down around our ears. I'll do it, Guildmaster. Just come to me when you want to assign duties to the guild. I'll make sure they get done. Yes, Master. Whatever you say.
With Orain accepting, we note, I've asked Modron Orain to act as my second in command. He accepted and will run day-to-day activities of the Fighters Guild in my absence. Speaking to Orain again, he informs.
Well met.
So, I don't know why I'm asking this, but what are my duties?
Well, you're in charge. You won't be doing the contracts, but the Master is always paid a percentage of the guild's monthly take. Check with me monthly to give orders for the month. I'll make it happen. If I don't hear from you, I'll follow the previous month's orders. You can find your monthly stipend in the Master's chest upstairs, along with anything we find that you might find useful. Here's the key. So, what are your first orders, Guildmaster?
What's interesting here is we can pick one of 3 focuses for the month, and it does take a month before we can roll it over, such as focusing on recruitment. Our monthly gold is 1/2 of the standard amount. However, we have a better chance of receiving random loot. Focusing on getting contracts, our monthly gold is doubled. However, we have an 11% chance of receiving a single item of random loot and 89% of receiving no items. Focusing on both equally, our monthly gold is the standard amount. We have a 21% chance of receiving a single item of random loot and 79% chance of no items. The standard monthly gold is a randomly determined amount from 0 to 990 gold, and it's not influenced by our character's level. However, for now, we think of all the times we were begging for a contract, and the members with mouths to feed. Not wanting another Maglia situation, before we recruit, we say, You better focus on getting contracts.
Works for me. More contracts keep the men busy and out of trouble. It also helps bring in more gold, which benefits us all. When more men are out there completing contracts, we all make more money, including you. I'll get on it.
So that's it? You've got your duties?
I've got my orders for now. Check back in a month or so, and we can talk about what to do next. Yes, Master. Whatever you say.
Departing Oraine's house and heading back to the Fighters Guild Hall, we bump into the now civilian Valena Danton on the street, and she greets.
Honor the guild, friend. What can I do for you?
What's life like outside of the guild? I'm sure it's keeping up with the nobility and their dinner parties.
I've never heard the Countess mention her husband. I believe it is something of a sore point with Lady Milona. You're in charge now.
As Danton saunters inside her house, leaving us in charge, Coral becomes a buzz of rumours of the new Fighters Guild master.
It may take a while, but with the Blackwood Company gone, the new master can rebuild the Fighters Guild to its former glory. Goodbye, Blackwood Company. The Fighters Guild has a new master, and Orion is back. Good riddance to the Blackwood Company, and good luck to the Fighters Guild.
Making our way to our Fighters Guild Hall to run. Inside, we find an orc, Kurz Grow-Barrel, who we never had time to speak to previously, and he greets.
Yes, Master. You need me? Things could always be worse, and probably will be. I'm Kurz Grobaroth. What can I do for you? Go hurt something.
Up the stairs, we then see the Imperial Fighters Guild porter, who welcomes.
Yes, Master. You need me?
Now, it should be noted, this is the source for every single rumour in the Fighters Guild thus far. Those pages and pages of rumours. The rest of the guild porters in the game are actually Bretons. So the fact that this one man, who we would literally have to hunt down after every quest to hear said rumours about our exploits, is insane. And he still has a couple of good quips if you speak to him now, such as,
I hope I can help. Did I give you the key after lockup last night? I really can't remember. Goodbye.
Outside, we find an orc is practicing his archery, and we question, Hey, do you have a brother?
I'm Lum Grobaroth, the cheerful one. My brother Kurz? He's not so cheerful. Dogs are an orc's best friend. Good protection, good companions, good eats. The Bruins have dogs, lots of them. Bye. Yes, Master. You need me?
Back inside the guild hall, we head up the stairs to our office as Guildmaster and find the promised Guildmaster's chest by the eastern wall, as well as the display cases holding the worthless replicas we promise one day we will update to real weapons in case of an emergency, and sit down in our Guildmaster's chair. Already bored, we see a bottle of ale in front of us and throw it against the wall with the tankard. Just because our life is much more sedentary doesn't mean that we can be so easily swayed. Looking around the desk, we see a small parchment lying next to where the tankard lay, and pick it up as it reads, The Oak Encroacher. If you ever need to ask why, then you've obviously never dined there. We catered to the best. Remembering the fine food and drink at the local establishment, we decide to duck out early today. As we descend the stairs, we bump into none other than Modron Oraine, our second in command, and he greets with a sickly sweet tone.
Yes, Master.
Master. I'll never get used to saying that. What can I do for you?
Get out of my way, Oraine. It's tavern time.
You smell of death. Been conjuring up dead things?
If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, plus leaving a comment on which questline you wish to see next, and let me know which moment in the Fighters Guild questline moved you most. Honestly, I was surprised at how much I had missed playing it the first time, Ari the Danton family, and it made the conclusion that much more epic. As always, a huge shout out to all of the Patreon supporters on screen who make videos like this possible. Thanks for watching, and until next time, Traveller.